a lot of the tracks can be about mortality or have this darker, they do though, don't they? They have a darker side to them. Is that an evolution in your music? Because this is it your third album now, or is this?
It's my fourth album, actually, yeah. Well, the first album was almost entirely traditional folk. And I think that's got a lot of songs that are kind of feisty women type folk songs in it, which I guess I was just enjoying singing at the time. Then there are themes. I do have themes for my album. So the second album is all about the sea. It's called All at Sea, surprisingly enough. And that was, again, a mix of traditional folk and original. I started to write more of my own songs then. Then the third album was called Into the Woods, and it was all about forests and fairy tales and things like that. And again, more and more original songs as I sort of go through. So this one, Gone to Flowers, is almost entirely original. There's one, I think, Like a Leaf, which is a traditional song. So yeah, there has been a sort of movement in that way, but it's more that I have a theme for an album, I think. And the theme was certainly about endings and mortality, and you know, so you can pick it up, I think.
like that's a beautiful song, Like a Leaf.
Ah, thank you.
Really like that, yeah.
Well, like I say, the words are not mine, but yeah, they sort of arrangement, obviously.
Yeah, really nice song, but you're not doing that one,
Not doing that one.
No, you're not doing that.
We'll have to come back and do some more, I think, don't we?
Okay, so Gone to Flowers, so that's what that's about then, that's the meaning, okay. I didn't get that.
Yeah, well, it actually comes from the Pete Seeger song, Where Have All the Flowers Gone? That song. So in there, well, that phrase is in there somewhere. And I was actually singing, at the point when I was trying to decide what to call the album, and I was trying to think, well, I need something that gives a hint about what this is about, but not that it's going to put everyone off and no one's going to listen to it. And I was actually at the singing club, Forget Me Not Singing Club for people with dementia, and I'd put that one on the list for that session. We were singing the Pete Seeger song, Where Have All the Flowers Gone? And that phrase came out, and I just thought, oh, that's the one, and I scribbled it down in the middle of singing the song with them. And yeah, it became the album title. But it seemed to have that nice, I don't know if you've noticed on the cover as well, there's a sort of a drawing of me, one eye open, one eye closed, one half of the face is alive, one half of it is not looking so alive, it's quite grey. So it's kind of like life and death together, really, the combination.
Ooh.
There's a lot there. Don't look too deep, it will blow your mind.
Do you have another song?
Sure, yes. Shall I explain this one? So this is the closest thing to holding hands.
Oh, I love this song.
And this is another one where I asked people who follow me. So I should say, please do follow me on social media. It's Amy Hopwood Music, wherever you want to find me, I'm there probably. And also my newsletter subscribers. And I asked them to tell me if they had anything that they'd kept from someone who'd passed away that was kind of the sort of heirloom that isn't worth anything but means a great deal to you. And it was inspired by a little kitchen devil knife that I inherited from my granny, probably about 25 years ago now. And I was just given it because I was off to university, and my mum said, oh, you need some cutlery. So I kind of took that, but I was aware that it had been my granny's. And I still have it now, and I still use it, and every time I use it, I think of my granny. So it's like a really nice connection. So I got people to write into me, and they did. They told me about different things that they had, and I was kind of looking at them all. They were many of them sent me photos as well, which was lovely. So I could see the item they were talking about. And I was trying to think, well, what's my angle for this song? What is the thing that draws all this together? And actually, what it was that all these items were things that people would have held. They were tactile items that you hold in your hand. And I was sort of thinking, oh, it's so weird because you've got something that someone you loved held in their hand, and you're now holding that thing, and it's the closest thing to holding hands. So that's where the idea for the song came from. And the title, obviously. Long intro, but hopefully it explains what it's about.
Love it.
Okay, you ready, Sharada? Apologies, I'm getting croakier and croakier the more I sing and speak. But I'll croak at you. The spatulas, the wooden spoons that have seen better days, The buttons in a barrel box with which we used to play. The battered saucepan that our childhood meals were cooked within. The pencils and protractors in an ancient biscuit tin. They're just hand-me-downs and pass-alongs, the strangest souvenirs. We keep what others might call trash from those no longer here. My granny's kitchen devil knife is simple and it's small. The plastic candle stuffed with use, the blade's not sharp at all. I'm sure she'd be surprised that I have kept that knife so long. But it keeps her always in my mind, it keeps her memory strong. And when I touch the thing she touched, a magic starts to flow. My hands are molded to the shape that her hands used to know. And it's the closest thing to holding hands, the closest thing we find. Yeah, it's the closest thing to holding hands across the great divide. He's got a whole shed full of tools, the shiny and the shrill. But the one he'd never part with is his father's old hand drill. He knows his dad saved hard for it and bought the best he could. The cogs still run like clockwork and the handle is the smoothest wood. And they're just hand-me-downs and pass-alongs, the strangest souvenirs. We keep what others might call trash from those no longer here. But when we touch the things they touch, the magic starts to flow. Our hands are molded to the shape that their hands used to know. It's the closest thing to holding hands, the closest thing we find. Yeah, it's the closest thing to holding hands across the great divide. She'll always keep that wooden broom that stands beside the fridge. It was in her childhood kitchen, and for her it forms a bridge to the days her parents were in love, and she was half as tall. That broom shone bright in the corner against an orange wall, and that just hand-me-downs and pass-alongs, the strangest souvenirs. We keep what others might call trash from those no longer here. But when we touch the things they touch, the magic starts to flow. Our hands are molded to the shape that their hands used to know. It's the closest thing to holding hands, the closest thing we find. Yeah, it's the closest thing to holding hands across the great divide. Across the great divide. Across the great divide.
Blimey, beautiful.